Hello there. I'm Scotty, and you're not, and welcome to the official start of Full Moon-A-Thon 2. And we are finishing where we left off, I guess. We left off the last Full Moon-A-Thon with Killjoy 2. We reviewed Killjoy 3 and the sequel-a-thon, and now we're on the fourth installment, Killjoy Goes to Hell. So, this movie takes place 3 years after the original, after the events of the third film, I should say. 3 years after the events of the third film. Killjoy is dead. I don't remember what happened to him. I know he got sent back to the mirror, but apparently he's dead. I don't know. He's been brought back by this hag and sent to hell to go on trial because they think he went soft because Sandy from the last film got away. So, yeah, there it is. And so now he's on trial and he has to prove that he's evil. And to be honest, when I started watching this, yeah, that was my response. I was dozing off watching this, and then I got up and started doing things. This movie was better than the first two, not better than the third one. I like Trent Haga as Killjoy. I think he's better than Angel Vargas. He's not as annoying. They got rid of, like, with the third one, they stopped trying to imitate Angel Vargas, but he's not, I wouldn't say he's more serious, but he's a more serious character, I guess. He wants to collect souls, I guess, and yeah. So I like everything with Killjoy, trying to prove he's guilty, because he's got to prove that he's guilty, not innocent, because if he's innocent, that means he's soft, he's nice. So he's got to prove that he's guilty. That was the thing. So yeah, I like everything with Killjoy. I like Killjoy. I like that they brought back Punchy and the mime. I forget the name. And Batty Boop to bring it here. But the mime is missing his brother. Well, he does get a new one later. But they keep cutting back to the human world with Sandy. And I understand at the end of the last film, she went nuts and was laughing constantly. But I think it goes on for too long. Like, she's sitting there getting interviewed by the cops and she won't stop laughing. Even though she's talking, she's like, ha ha ha, ha, you won't believe me if I told you. It gets annoying. It gets annoying. I'm sorry. I got on my nerves after a while. I'm like, can we stop? There was more in hell, which looks like it's in outer space for some reason. It's on like a weird spaceship thing. You got the devil, Beelzebub, who just looks like a guy with long white hair and a beard, and he has horns sticking out. Could you really not afford makeup effects? You got all these clown makeup effects. You couldn't afford a makeup effect for the devil. He's just a guy with long hair and a beard, and then horns sticking out of his head. Okay, sure. But yeah, and then we have like the witnesses going up. They put Punchy up there. He can only speak in Carney, which is Izzy Kizan is only Spizik is in Kizarni. Like that. Like the wrestler Kizarni that lasted about 10 seconds in the double E. But yeah, and no one can understand him except for I could understand him. You just take the is out and you know what he's saying. Although, like, does someone speak Carney and then the mime can? Does anyone speak mime? And it's his lawyer who is purposely trying to get him so he get him, deleted or whatever, so he can take his place. So the mime ends up meeting with the hag and finds the mirror so that they can get out of there. And he, I guess, sleeps with her to get the mirror. Okay. And so Batty plans on using the mirror to go back to the human world. and bring Sandy in as a witness. However, I find it weird that when they bring her in, she turned into a clown. You're, I know they don't like. I'm watching this. I'm like, are they gonna believe that it's her? They do, but why is she a clown then? If you're not gonna have a thing where, oh, how are we forced to believe this is her? There's also a thing where they keep taking the names of his victims away, and in the real world, it's being deleted from his victim list. But I don't know what that's supposed to do. It doesn't really go anywhere. People keep saying, oh, there should be more, but I can't remember them. And then by the end, they can't remember his name. Like, Sandy can't remember his name, which I don't understand. I don't know. Some things that I just don't understand. There was a funny joke, though, towards the end, where, so eventually, they're basically say he's innocent, which is bad in this case, and they say that there's someone that wants to fight him for his spot, and it's his lawyer, and they're like, oh, you're human, and he gets knocked down. He's like, not really. I had an encounter with Batty Boop. She bit me, and now I'm demonic. He turns into this big monster, which is a pretty cool effect. There's a fight, but Killjoy gets his giant hammer and just splats his blood head everywhere. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. And yeah. So then the devil kills everyone, but Punchy, the Mime, Batty Boop, Sandy, and Killjoy. So all the major characters survive, of course. And Killjoy decides to hit the self-destruct button, and they're going up to the elevator, and they're going up, and the electronic voice goes, self-destruction in T-minus, oh, it looks like you're going to survive. You're like, phew. This was a big funny joke I got. So I'll speed it up then. T-minus 1 second. No! And it explodes. Then they hit the turbo and they go up. And then, Sandy thinks she's safe, but now all these clowns are going to chase after her. I'll give you a 60-second head start. And he's like, okay, how long has it been? And Punchy's like, there's 30 seconds. 30 seconds is enough. And they run after her, and that's how the movie ends. I thought this was okay. I don't think it was as good as the last one. I felt like, one, it was going back and forth between the courtroom and Sandy's predicament too much. And there's this whole thing with the cops. One of the agents knows about Killjoy, but it doesn't go anywhere. He dies, I think. He doesn't really go anywhere. And then, most of the stuff with Killjoy in Hell is just sitting down and talking about stuff that happened. And there's a section where Sandy comes in to explain what happened in the last film, and it's just super fast forward on the last film, I guess, with some extra scenes that we didn't see in the last film, which I couldn't tell because it's going so fast, but that almost made me dizzy. But this was fine. I don't remember. Do I grade these? I don't care. I'll give it a middle of the road. It wasn't as good as the last one, but it's not as bad as the other ones. So it's a middle of the road, for sure. So, there you go. Killjoy Goes to Hell, and we got one off the full Moon-A-Thon list. So join me next time. We take a look, which is on the same day. I'm trying to release 2 a day. But next time we'll look at Killjoy's Psycho Circus. Until then, thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.